Today I wanted to talk to you about how to determine if a Michael Jordan rookie basketball card is fake or if it's real. So we had this one come in today, and I wanted to show you how you can tell if a Michael Jordan card here is fake or real. Because the reason is a real Michael Jordan rookie card, especially in this nice of a condition, mint condition, could be worth up to $3,000 or $4,000. So because something is so expensive, it makes it desirable to copy. Like we talked about many times in our videos, China seems to think it's funny to fool the world by making fakes of everything. So I want to show you right now how to tell a fake one. Take a look at that card. Looks nice, looks pretty. Here's the back. Again, it looks pretty nice, looks pretty. But when you take a really close look at it, there's questions that come up. The first question is it looks a little blurry when you're looking at it. It just doesn't look clean and sharp. Now with some of the older cards, because the printing was not as good as it is these days, that was, blurriness might be a good excuse. I mean, I've seen cards that are older that still look a little blurry and are absolutely real. But this is a card in the 80s. And by the 80s, they got the printing down pretty well. So there's something wrong with that right off the bat. Now, when you look at it again, here's the key factors to look for when you're looking for a fake card. You look at the details, especially in the letters. Okay, when you're looking at the lettering should be clean and cut and perfect. You look on this one right here, and it almost seems that there is some of the blue of the ink here mixing in with some of the white, like it wasn't printed correctly or like it was printed sloppy. So that's one of the key factors. And it's kind of hard to tell on this camera, but up close in real life you can tell. The Michael Jordan on here is just a little blurry. It should be vivid and perfect. When they printed these cards, they did it on professional machines, they did it professionally, and they did it clean. Everything is supposed to be clean and near perfect. Also, look at this. Look at the crown. It's kind of hard to show up on the camera, but it should be sharp, pointy, because it was printed with pride. And it was printed, again, on high machines and with quality. So these should be sharp corners, not blurry, clean, and it should look like a professional printing. Looking at this one, you look at the Lear and you look at the crown, and it's really hard to show up on the camera here, but it's fuzzy. It looks like the ink was done, it's almost smearingly. It almost looks like it was done on a very, very expensive copy machine. Now, the real dead giveaway on this one is when you look on the back. There's a couple things to look for. Now you're looking for fine detail. Now when you're looking at the stats, the detail looks pretty good. So it almost is pretty good copy right here. When you're looking it's very detailed, it's very vivid, very sharp. But now when we look at the bull's eyes, they're almost blurry or fuzzy. On a real card, the eyes are perfect. It's in the fine detail. When you look at the fine detail, it's perfect, but on here it's blurry. Another dead giveaway is up here on the Lear and on the crown. Again, instead of being vivid, printed, stamped on there with points, and the Lear being in clear focus, the Lear is blurry, and the crown is fuzzy. It's not sharp corners. And over here, the numbers, again, these were printed on there with a very high-tech machine. This should be perfect numbers. Clean, dark, and perfect lettering, but they're fuzzy. It just looks a little blurred, just ever so slightly, but that's the dead giveaway. When it looks a little fuzzy like that, a little blurred, that's how you tell a fake. That's a fake. Here's another way. See this thing here, the logo? On the real one, clean. Always look at the details when you're trying to check a fake. It's the fine details that are usually the dead giveaway. But when you look on this one, it's not quite in focus. On a real one, it's extremely sharp detailed. This one, it looks slightly blurred. And when a professional company makes something like that, They don't make mistakes like that. They make them as perfect as possible because they know they want to sell them. They want them to be popular. So when something looks that fake, I mean that blurry, that's the dead giveaway that it's fake. Now the reason I wanted to talk about this fake card today is good thing we didn't buy this. It came in today, but we told the guy it was fake, and he could let us borrow it for a second so we can make a video. I would normally show you a real one, but I don't have any real ones right now because when we buy something, we don't keep it for long. We take it and we turn it on and resell it right away. But the reason I wanted to talk about quickly why it's so important to determine fakes and reals is because there are right now on the market more fakes of cards out there than there are real ones. They are so prevalent that the prices of cards are plummeting because collectors no longer want to collect these things. The fun is basically taken out of it because they're getting scammed, they're getting screwed, and the more collectors you screw or get screwed, the less likely they want to collect again. So the market on cards is plummeting. Even on eBay right now, you can't sell, because there's so many fakes there, you can't sell a Michael Jordan rookie card unless it's professionally graded and has been proven to be authenticated. Now, if you have it proven to be authenticated and it is in mint condition, it's a $2,000 or $3,000 card. But try to get it authenticated now. You send it to get authenticated, they almost will never give out a 9 or a 10 anymore because they want to keep the 9s and 10s as such a limited amount because they want the price to stay high. So if you sent it in perfect condition, even if it's real, even if it's perfect, you're probably only going to get a 7. And that affects the value greatly. Now try to sell this on eBay. Even if it was real, your listing is probably going to get canceled, or you're going to be asked to list it as a replica or fake because you don't have it authenticated and because eBay is going to assume that it is fake because 99% of them are fake coming out of China. So that's one of the problems. The problem is too now is that there are becoming so many fakes. The Wayne Gretzky cards are 90% of them are fake. Mickey Mantle cards, I see fake cards all the time. Sometimes they're easy to tell. Sometimes they're very hard to tell. We had one time a girl brought in 3 Michael Jordan rookie cards in PSA DNA cases, graded at 10s, 3 of them. She wanted $3,000. That would have been a good price if they were real. When we checked the serial number with PSA, the serial numbers were fake. So China is even not only faking the cards, they're faking the grading shells, the serial numbers, the PSA logo. They're faking the whole spiel. And with that, because they're getting so good with the fakes and because they're getting so hard for the unexperienced person to determine the fakes from the reals, collectors are dropping out. They don't want to play the game anymore because the game no longer is fun. So the prices of cards are plummeting because this is no longer fun anymore. I predict in 5-10 years, nobody's going to want any sports memorabilia or any cards, and they're all going to be worthless, even the reals, because it's not fun anymore if there are too many fakes out there. Take cast iron toys. Cast iron toys from the early 1900s were very valuable. They were very collectible. So many fakes were made out of China and spread out at flea markets and garage sales that almost all of the ones on the market today, almost all of them are fake. Now try to sell a real one online, nobody wants them anymore. The collectors are dropping out like flies because it's no longer fun. No one wants to determine if it's real or fake. When the fun is gone, the collectible market vanishes. So like with cast iron toys, nobody wants them anymore. Even the real ones are almost worthless because there's no more collectors to buy them because they've all been ripped off. This is the next market, I believe, that is going to fall apart. Sports memorabilia, autographs, and sports cards. Mark my words, in the next 5-10 years, these are all going to be worthless because there are too many fakes out there. Sorry to say that, but at least you know now how to avoid it, what to look for on a fake Michael Jordan rookie card, and stay away from it. If someone's trying to sell something like this for a cheap price, something's wrong. Check it out.